Hillary. Welcome back for another Creative Faith video. Today I'm going to be doing a flip through of my 2020 bullet journal. So I actually used two bullet journals in 2020, and I already have a flip through of this from I think it was June or July that I finished this one, and then I jumped into this one. So for 2020, my daily planner was actually this mini happy planner. I have a full flip through of this that I'll link in the description box below, as well as the full flip through of my mid-year bullet journal that I filled up for the first chunk of 2020. So I'll link both of those videos in the description box below. And so this is the bullet journal I used for, it was July through December. And this is a dot grid journal from Webster's Pages. It actually came in this beautiful cover that I got from a surprise box, mystery box from Little Craft Place. So it was actually in here, in this, tucked in here, and you can add other traveler's notebooks and stuff in the rings, or in the strings, which I thought was really neat. And so this is the dot grid journal. I was super impressed with the page thickness. I thought it was really nice quality pages. A little bit different dot grid. It's like light blue dot grid. And so just a little bit different. This one is a Clever Fox bullet dot grid journal, and so you can see the dots are way darker and much closer together. So just two very different dot grid journals. I will link this one on Amazon if you want to get it yourself. It had the word journal on the front, but I covered it with all these cute stickers. So this one is from my shop. I will link my Creative Faith vinyl stickers in my Etsy shop if you want to pick some up. This particular one is sold out, but I have lots of other really cute styles. And so basically I don't use my bullet journal, I didn't in 2020, for kind of daily planning. I more used it for memory keeping and just kind of like play and fun. So in 2019 I did use a bullet journal for my daily planner, and I loved it, but I wanted to use something more with more structure for 2020. So I really liked this happy planner. But this, for 2021, for this year, I'm really excited because I launched my own planners. And so I have a YouTube video showing the Creative Faith planners. They come bound, but I went and took mine to Office Depot and had it put on a spiral. And so it's great because it's kind of the perfect combination of a planner and a bullet journal. So it has monthly layouts all ready for you to add your numbers and things like that. And then it has some blank pages in between for you to add trackers or a title for your month or memory keeping. And then the weekly pages are set up very similar. So there's 52 weeks and the week is set up, but then there's all this dot grid space for you to do whatever you want. So you could, I'm going to use mine for to-do list. You can use it in a lot of different ways. And I do have a YouTube video sharing different ways to use your Creative Faith planners. And then the back has a bunch of dot grid pages that you can use for like bill trackers and books you've read and things like that. So definitely check out the Creative Faith planners. I have two layouts and two sizes. I will link all four of them on Amazon, and I'm not sure the order of how things will get uploaded, but I will eventually have a setup video of this planner on my YouTube channel. But today we are going to flip through my 2020 bullet journal, and I do have a setup video for this that I'll link in the description box below. So on this front page I did a little like sticker collage. So I have some of my stickers. I have a collection of a bunch of different stickers from different shops too. I added this pocket. I like keeping sticky notes in my bullet journals at the front. I use sticky notes a lot, and so I've already moved them into my new planner. But I really enjoy using sticky notes to help me plan. And then I have this cute little rainbow that a sweet friend made for me that I wanted to keep in the front of this. And then this was kind of like a vision board for the end of the year from June through December. Working out, Christmas, fall, things like that. And then here is my title page, 2020, Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. And then this is a really fun page to make. Since I started this in June, I wanted to make a page that kind of documented January through June. So I got married, we went to the beach, we had some church events, and then COVID hit, and so I wanted to document just a little bit about the first part of the year. I love this title page for June. It turned out so cute. This is a freebie from Print Price Slay that I will link in the description box below. And so I went with this kind of rainbow theme, and I love how this turned out. Next, I did a journaling page. This is from LaQuisha of Confident Canvas. She has kind of a journaling technique where you put gratitude, the date, affirmations, a verse, a quote, a prayer, pondering. And so I did that here, which was really fun. And I used my Dancing Leaves printable, which I will link in the description box below. I loved this quote from my friend Cami, Chipped in Time, on Instagram. She said, "New season, new adventures, new prayers." And I thought that was really perfect to start a new journal. And then this is something I've done in the past few journals. I have done a rainbow sticker collage, and these are really, really fun to create and look back on. This is an idea I got from Amy Tangerine. Next, I used this free printable that I created for the Sweet and Sassy Stamps Facebook group, and I'll link that Facebook group in the description box below. If you go to files, you can find it there. But all these different hands raising together, and so these were some different movies to watch and books to read from 2020. Next, this was a sermon that someone on Instagram shared about steps on how to be a good neighbor, and so I kind of creatively documented it because I really liked what she had to say. I made this summer bucket list, which was really fun to do. And then I celebrated 4 full years of working at my church. And so I said, here goes year 5, but I was just kind of highlighting some of my favorite things and some little notes that some congregation members have given me. Alright, I had, these are Bible verses for graduates. I had a bunch of high school grad like announcements taped here, but it got so thick that it wasn't closing right at all, and so I ripped them out. Next we have July. I used some of my Seasons of Prayer summer devotion images with the little seahorse and the starfish. I'll link that printable in the description box below. And yeah, I just kind of documented some July adventures. I made this really cute beach packing list. I didn't end up using it, but it was fun to kind of set up and make. And then I made a little beach bucket list with some things that I wanted to do over the summer at the beach. Next, we watched all of these actually, but I had saved from December 2019 all of the Hallmark Christmas movies, and so then Juan and I went through this summer and watched the ones that we had left. July it's called Plastic Free July, and I saw these different ideas on Instagram of things to do to use less plastic that I wanted to document. Next we have August adventures. August was a fun month. I used one of these calendar printables from my habit tracker printable. It has every single calendar possible and so it's a great one to have if you love planning and bullet journaling, and I'll link that one in the description box below. I have an Etsy shop restock that I did, kind of keeping track of inventory. I was gifted a bunch of washi tape in the most epic Happy Mail package I've ever got. And so I swatched all of them out. They're all these really pretty, simply gilded washi tapes, and they are just so beautiful. And so I kind of arranged them all in rainbow order, and I just think it looks really pretty. Next is some Instagram story ideas that I saw that I wanted to write down. And then Juan and I got like popsicle makers. So you like fill it with whatever you want and put it in the freezer and it makes it into a popsicle. And so I was writing down some different ideas on recipes. Alright, and this page is really fun to do. I did favorite summer memories. I used a Tombow brush marker and some Happy Planner stickers to make like a little pool. And then I printed off a bunch of stickers from the summer, of just kind of highlights from the summer. So I love how this spread turned out. Next we have September. I used one of my Fall Girls printables that I'll link in the description box below, as well as my Fall Planner Spread Ideas printable. And I was doing a prayer list. And I was experimenting with little calendars. So that was kind of fun to do. I'd never done a monthly like this in my bullet journal, which this is why in my planner I made it already set out for you guys because I got so tired of counting boxes and stuff like that, and so I wanted to have it already set up in my Creative Faith planner. This was a really fun spread to make. It was Bible verses for back to school, and this is another printable from my Etsy shop that I'll link in the description box below. I did all these little like chalkboards and then different topics, and I made it look like hand lettering practice. And so these are a bunch of different verses to pray over for back to school. And then this is one of my favorite alphabet stamps from Sweet and Sassy Stamps called the Typewriter Alpha that I'll put in the description box below. This is one of my favorite spreads in my bullet journal. Next we had Autumn Adventures, and I ended up making a whole separate fall junk journal, and so a lot of my autumn things ended up in there. But these are a few different pictures from Autumn Adventures. And then I have my fall bingo bucket list, which was fun to do. This is another printable from my shop. Alright, Labor Day plans. I thought this was cool. I took a box sticker from Happy Planner and cut it diagonally and used it for the corners. And wrote out what we did on Labor Day, one of my few days off at work, and so I was excited to decorate for fall and bake bread and things like that. And here is a fall self-care list. And so this is really fun to create as well. And then a fall food bucket list and fall recipes to try. I wish I would have done it more in like a list instead of kind of a collage, but that's okay. Favorite fall recipes. We made pumpkin cake in a mug, which was really cool. We loved doing caramel apple cider and making lots and lots of bread in our bread maker. And then these are fall decorations. This is actually a magazine piece. And so I did what we have, ideas for different decorations, and then decorations that I would like to have for fall. We had really scary wildfires in Oregon in the fall and September, and so I made this page to kind of document that. There were kind of 3 levels, and so I wrote those out. I wrote out a list of like, luckily we did not need to evacuate. We were on like alert to evacuate. but I wanted to have a list of things to gather if we needed to, and then some different tips. This is my Consuming Fire printable from my Etsy shop, which I'll link in the description box below if you want to check that out, but I use that for this page. And then here are some pictures from the event. And then I made a list of all my planners that I used in 2020, and then I was kind of doing some planner brainstorming for 2021. I was going to use a Leuchtturm for my catch-all planner, but instead I made my own Creative Faith planner. And then I am using the Horizontal Happy Planner for my daily Bible study notes, which I have a setup video for that, but I never really got to finish filling out that page. And then this was some different Sweet and Sassy stamps, the ones that I have, and then ones that I would like. And then I also made like a Happy Planner wish list, which I think my sister got me for my birthday in February. But I never filled it out. Alright, now we're to October. I used my Fall Mugs printable here, which I think is one of my favorite printables I made in 2020. I'll link that in the description box below. And these are that same Typewriter Alpha stamp from Sweet and Sassy Stamps. And this month I tried a full calendar over both pages, and that worked a lot better for me than the smaller one-page one. Again, using the Fall Mugs. I was brainstorming some different Halloween costume ideas for Juan and I. And then favorite fall movies. This was a fun one. I took my Harvest printable, which I'll link in the description box below, and I drew a bunch of different ideas for how to carve a pumpkin. Fall crafts to make. We didn't end up making any of these, but I have them documented here for the future. And then some cute little fall doodles. And then this was another Etsy restock. And then here I ended up doing a food sensitivity test. They take your hair actually and say which foods you're sensitive to, and so I wanted to document and write that out. Now we're to November, and I really liked my November setup, and this is kind of fun. I did some fall favorites, and I do have, I think, 2 YouTube videos with my fall setups and fall spread ideas, so I'll link both those in the description box below if you want to watch how these came together. Again, the fall mugs and the Overflowing with Thanks gratitude list. Thanksgiving family traditions, a menu planner for Thanksgiving, and I didn't end up printing off any Thanksgiving memories. Alright, next we have Bible verses about gratitude. This page turned out really cool. I like seeing all of these Bible verses about thankfulness. And then this was a salad that my aunt, it's one of my favorite things my aunt makes, and we weren't getting together with them for holidays, but I wanted to make it because we were getting together with just my parents and my sister and her husband, and so I wanted to make sure I had that recipe written out. Next, I have some different Instagram reel ideas, and then some different song ideas to use for Instagram reels. And then December, I loved this December setup. This cover page is one of my favorites. I used my Christmas cookies printable, which I'll link in the description box below. I love how this turned out. And then I used this little paper clip from Flourish by Gigi. I'll link her Instagram in the description box below. She sells awesome, cute little felt clips. And I had a really full December calendar. I used my 2 different Christmas mugs printables. And then I have Christmas playlist and a bunch of thank you notes. And then Christmas movies to watch and the list of all the Hallmark movies. We're still making our way through, but I marked some of my favorites. And then Christmas doodles, I did not end up doing any, or documenting December adventures because I was gifted a December or Christmas junk journal that I used for December memories. And those are Christmas lists of what we gave people, a Christmas bucket list. I didn't end up doing favorite Christmas treats. I do love how these borders turned out, though. I really like those. This was a really, really fun one to make. So Juan and I had an adventure day in Portland. We went to Powell's, we got pizza, and we went to a vending machine, a pastry vending machine, and it was so much fun. And so I wanted to document that. And then I made a 2020 highlights page because there are good things that happened in 2020. And then in the back, I have a few more. So I worked kind of backwards, forwards. You can see I have lots of sticky notes. That's how I like to document and plan in my bullet journal. I did a pen test page, and you can see hardly anything bled through. Even the Sharpie hardly bled through at all. So really great quality paper. I have 2021 bullet journal ideas, other bullet journal spread ideas. I have movies to watch, books to read. I was going to do Tombow swatches, but I never got around to that. This was a spread, or a bunch of spreads with different ideas for foods to eat. So that was kind of cool. Happy Mail bits. Tiny house ideas. Juan and I love watching tiny house videos on YouTube, and I don't know, maybe someday we will make our own. So I was just writing out some different ideas I liked. Monthly budget, and then this, I was getting rid of a notebook because it only had one spread in it, and so I just decided to put it in here. And that's it. That's my 2020 second half of the year bullet journal flip through. So I personally love watching bullet journal flip throughs, and I hope this gave you guys some just really creative ideas for your bullet journal. So don't think that your bullet journal has to just be to-do lists and calendar items, but it can be a really awesome creative outlet. And so I love flipping through these, and I'm going to miss these two notebooks so much, but I keep them on my shelves. I had someone ask me, what do you do with your old video or your old notebooks and planners? And I keep them, and I love flipping back through them and seeing just God's faithfulness and all that has happened. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Leave me any questions down below, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss out on any Creative Faith videos. And I will see you guys next time.